here we go. I'm about to put that up there. I know that's not on. Let me erase it. Does this one look like y'all's? Okay. And I know it feels like it's a thick study guide. It's just because there's like 2 problems on several pages. So it says name the image of F. So that means which one is your new point F. You have to figure out what way are you rotating it and which one matches F. No. This is the slanted line, E to F. What's the slanted line?
It's R.
R to S. So it's actually S, letter S, which is
C.
A.
Or C, but it was the other C, sorry. I was looking at the wrong one.
Oh, so does everybody understand that? Here's E to F to C. If I go that same slanted line, angle S and angle F are the ones that match. Okay? You just have to see how your figure is rotated. I would just take it and it kind of flips out like that. And if I took it, it flips out. Okay, everybody good with that? Do you have your study guide?
I have no clue.
Why don't you look in your bag? I passed it, like that's all the copies I have. I passed them all out at the end of class that day. Like if y'all were here, everybody that was here should have gotten one.
Do you want me to go run off a copy of mine?
I bet you've got it in your bag.
Did we get a no card?
Huh?
Did we have a no card?
Yeah, it's gonna be for the reflections and the rotations. I'll show y'all what you can put on it. Okay, the next one says, what's the image of DE? So if I'm looking at DE,
It's QR
it's QR.
because it's flipped.
Yep, that's right. So that one is answer choice D. Okay, everybody good with that? Number 3, it says, okay, which graph? I know it says which graph. There are no graphs to pick from. You are just going to translate it. That's what it wants you to draw your new picture. So you're going to move it to the left 3 and up 3.
So you're gonna move your
And
axis.
I would just take each point, and move left 3 and up 3. The hard part is, what are we counting by?
2s.
2. So you just have to be careful on counting. Like if I'm moving this one to the left 3, that would be 1, 2, 3. That would be there, wouldn't it? And then if I move it up 3, it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So that point has moved here. Are we good with that? All right. That's the hardest part, is figuring out what you're counting by. So left 3, 1, 2, 3, up 3, 1, 2, 3. Left 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. There's our new image. Okay, so that would be A prime. Can y'all see that green?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if not, let me know. The tricky part is how I would count it.
I counted on my own and I didn't get that out now.
It might be easier to figure out the ordered pairs. So if like this one is over 1 and up 3, subtract 3 from that number. So I would get -2, and then add 3 to that number, 6. So I would go left 2 and up 6. Is it easier to write the ordered pairs and subtract 3 and add 3?
Wait, so do you count it to to the line, or do you
So
use
it's,
the -3, 3? I'm confused.
I took this point right here and I counted left 3. Oops. So if I count left 3, that would be 1, 2, 3. Because each space is 2, like I'm having to go in the middle. 1, 2, 3.
But it's still, I don't know how I still didn't get that though. It counts by 2s. I know, but I still didn't get it.
You didn't move it 1, 2, 3 out here, did you? And up, like it's not way up here, is it?
It was up
Then you counted by, you counted like in the spaces. Each space is that's a half. Like I don't know how to say that, but like it might be easier. This ordered pair right here is over 1 and up 3. Okay, so subtract 3 from that number, you get -2. Add 3 to that number, you get 6. The ordered pair -2, 6, left 2, up 2, 4, 6 is right there. Like, it's how you're counting that's messed you up. So if it's easier to do the ordered pairs that way, do that. Okay? All right, let's move along because we got a lot to get through. The next one, it says find the image of C, and they tell us where to move C. It says move it 12, 4. You made it.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Okay. 12, 4. So, again, what am I counting by on this one? 2s. Okay, so if I start at C, and I'm going to count by 2s, I'm going to go just to every middle. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Then where do I go? Up 4. 2, 4. What's my image? What letter is that? It's point A, which is also answer choice A. Are y'all okay with that? So you just have to count. You should have this in your bag. This is your study guide.
Oh, I know what we're talking about. Calgary.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, then it says, hey, let's go from point B to point D. That's the next one. Okay? So where is point B? Isn't that what the next one says? Yeah. Here's point B, and I'm trying to go right here. So how far over do I go? If you want to count, you can, like
Over
1,
7.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Up 2.
and up 2. Over 7, up 2. It would look like this.
So it's answer choice D.
Translation from B. That one says A. We're not even moving point A. We're moving point what? B. We're translating point B over 7 and up 2. So yeah, that was answer choice D. Are we okay with that one? Yeah?
Did you get A for 4?
Yes, I did. All right.
I'll give you that.
Next. Okay. Number 6. Describe in words the translation by this rule. So where does it move? It says -5, 2. What does that mean?
5 minutes to left.
Yeah, 5, left 5, up 2. Which that's how I would describe it. Left 5 and up 2. That means 5 units to the left, 2 units up. So that one's answer choice A. Cannon, we're on number 6. We just got A. This number right here means left 5. That number right there is positive, so that means up 2.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's how we got A. 5 to the left, up 2. All right, now the number 7 is backwards. Number 7 says, okay, we want you to translate X 6 to the left and 10 up. If we go to the left 6, is that positive or negative?
Negative.
So it's -6 and then 10 units up. Is that positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. So I'm looking for a translation that's -6, 10. Which one is that? A. Does that make sense? Those should be our easiest ones on there, right? I'll go through at the end and tell you all which ones are on there too, probably. Okay, that's number 7. Oops. Number 8. I'm really hoping this is an easy test. I mean, how is it so far? Other than the counting by 2s.
Yeah.
The counting by 2s is what seems to be the hardest part. Okay, this one says, all right, what's a rule that goes from the solid to the dotted figure? Okay, how far do I move it? So, again, 2, 4, 6, we're counting by 2s. I keep losing my numbers. So, pick one of the points, y'all. It doesn't matter what point y'all want to start at. How about C? Let's start at C. It's over here at the bottom. How far to the right do I go? What am I counting by? 2s. So that's 2, 4, 5. Does everybody understand that that's 5? I didn't quite make it to 6. 2, 4, 6, that would have been too far, right? So I went over 5. And how much do I go up?
4.
2, 4. And up 4. Over 5 and up 4. Which one's that answer? C. That's it. You're just counting.
So you only have to do one.
Yeah, because all of them, it's going to stay the same shape. All of them are going to follow that same path. Which if you wanted to, Lily, like if you were nervous about, did I get that right? Pick another point, see if you get the same answer. Sorry, y'all, I'm in freeze. Are y'all cold? I'm like, I've got chill bumps. Okay, next one. It says, state whether this transformation appears to be a rigid motion.
No,
No,
because it shrunk.
it cannot change size, so it's no. Actually, it didn't shrink, it got bigger. But if it changes size, the answer is no. No, it changed size. Okay, rigid motion means you just move it. That one was not moved. That one was dilated, so it's no. Are we good with that? Yeah. Okay. And it says explain. So make sure you earn your credit. No, it changed size. Or it didn't say the same size. Something like that. All right. Looks like we still have another translation. And then I think we're about to move from translations. None of this so far should need to be on your note card. It's going to be the reflection rules or rotation. It's going to be rotation rules. I don't even think you need
Are we getting
reflection.
a note card for this test or our final?
We didn't grab
This
a
test.
card.
Your final is going to be,
This will be our last test.
this is your last test, which I tried to make easy. I tried to pick some of the easier problems and I changed it. I took one of my old tests and changed it because it had some tough problems on there. Okay, so this one says, if I take ABC, that triangle, and translate it 10, comma 2, what does that mean? To the right,
10
10,
up 2.
and up 2. It says, what are the vertices? So what am I going to have to write down? My
A, B, and C.
ordered pairs. Yeah, my A, B, and C ordered pairs. And it wants me to graph it. So we're going to count by 2s. Yes.
I go over 2,
So,
4,
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and up 2. And what letter is this? It was B. So yeah, here's B prime. And if you want to put your answer right here, what's our ordered pair? It looks like it's over 8 and up 6. Questions really quick on that one. Get my comma backwards.
8, 6.
8, 6. Everybody okay with that one? All right, now let's go to the next one. Let's do A. It goes over 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and up 2.
That's 4, 4.
And so that one I would write 4, 4. If you want to write them over here to the side, you can. 4, 4. If there's, if you don't like how a jumbled up mess that is. Okay, wherever you want to write your answers. Then the last one is C. Over 10, up 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, up 2.
That's 6, negative 2.
So that one would be over 6 and down 2. There we go. Everybody good with that? Yeah?
What did it go? Did you move it up while you did that?
Up 2.
Oh,
Like this one, it looks like it's up, but this one did move up 2.
yes, ma'am.
Right there. Okay, everybody good with that one? How many are on here?
30.
30, okay. Alright, I'm going to, this one wants a reflection. Oh, this one I'm going to do without even graphing. Does that say y equals x, y'all?
Yes.
Okay, what does that mean? It means switch your x and your y. Don't even have to graph this one. Okay? If I switch my x and my y, what's my new point P?
7, negative 7.
7, negative 7. I'll write it down. We can look at the answer choices in a second. What's my Q going to be?
6, 2.
6, 2. I'm just switching my x and my y because it just says y equals x.
And
Switch
then
it.
6,
You don't
5.
have to change it from that pot. If you switch it, you don't have to change it.
Not over the line y equals x. Now, if it was over the x-axis, that would change. You would flip it. If it asked for the x-axis or the y-axis, it'd probably be easier to draw it and reflect it over.
So if it's y equals x, flip like x and y.
Flip your x and y, and that would be your, but it doesn't even want us to graph it, so I'm not going to graph it. This one I can do easy without graphing. So, what's your answer on this one? Is it D? Yeah. Okay, how was that? Question so far. We're a third of the way done. Question so far. No. Okay. All right, moving along. This one, the line x equals 0. What is that?
The Y.
I mean,
The
you just-
y-axis.
You swap the first number.
So yeah, you have a rule, or y'all, is it better? Do y'all want to follow your rule, or do you want to graph it and flip it? Your rule. Okay, so x equals 0 is the y-axis. So if I'm flipping it over the y-axis, what's our rule for that, say?
You change the first number to the opposite.
So it goes from x comma y.
To negative x comma y, I think. Is
I
it?
thought it was negative Y. I'm going to look.
Yeah, I was going to say, if it flips over the y-axis, if I went over 4 and down 3, I think it's just, yeah, you make your x negative.
Yeah.
Is it a 90-degree one?
No, that's a rotation. I think he's right on that. You just make your x negative.
Because none of the answer choices on here
Oh,
are.
I know. It is
Negative x comma y.
It's negative 4, negative 3.
Wait, I don't think I gave y'all a rule for this, did I?
Mm-mm.
No, I just graphed them. Okay, but that it is, I think we just,
graph them.
I'll graph it. You can follow this rule. That is a rule for going across the y-axis. That is probably what I would do, but I don't think that's how your book teaches it. Obviously not if I didn't write down a rule. Okay, so I'm going to put this little graph up here. So flip it over the y-axis. Let me just plot a few points and watch. Really, you don't have to plot all of them. You can probably just plot a few and look at your answer choices. Over 4, down 3. If I was to flip that over the y-axis, where's it going to go? It's 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. Here it is. So it's left 4, down 3.
So with the rule, you just change the positive to negative.
Just the x. If you flip it over to the y-axis, you change the x. If you flip it over to the x-axis, you change the y. Anyway, you can write that rule down, or you can just graph it. Look, does everybody see this? I graphed 4 comma negative 3. This is point P. How far was it from the y-axis? 4 spaces. So that's 4 spaces. And I wrote down that ordered
And
pair
if it's already a negative, you change it to a positive.
on your x side. Let's see what's our next ordered pair. It was over 3, down 7. Okay, so this is point Q. How many spaces is it from the y-axis?
3.
So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And what is this ordered pair? This is Q from. It's negative 3, negative 7. And you might can already tell your answer. Is it D?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. And or you can do the last one. Is everybody good with that? Just find your reflection. If you need to graph it, graph it. If it's easier to follow that rule, write down that rule and put that on your note card. Okay? Like, and I would put for my note, this is going to be x equals 0 or y-axis rule. Okay? So like that's what I would put if you're following the rule. Okay. Next problem. Let's keep moving. I'm hoping some of these speed up a little bit so that we can finish. Write a rule that reflects it across the x-axis. Which one of these reflects across the x-axis?
Y equals 0.
Y equals 0. If this one's going to be D, it's either going to say x-axis or y equals 0. Okay? It's kind of a trick. If it's going to say x, it's going to say x-axis. If it's not going to say x-axis, that's y equals 0. Okay, everybody good with that? Y equals 0 is the x-axis. X equals 0 is the
Y.
y-axis. That's the problem we just did a second ago. Okay, which one is a reflection over the x-axis? So, y'all, let me just draw a line on the x-axis and see if we flipped over it. Did we flip over it? No. Did we flip over it?
No.
No. Did we flip over it?
No.
Did we flip over it?
Yes.
That's the reflection over the x-axis. Okay? And if you forget which one's the x, it literally says it right here. This is the x-axis on every every one of them. That's how you know that. Flip over that line. D is your answer on that. Okay. Everybody's good. Number 15. I don't think this one's on there. I can't quite remember, so we'll just go ahead and go through it. Number 15, it says, here you have some triangles. How can you describe triangle 3 by reflection rule? So how did I get to triangle 3? Okay, a reflection.
Across the L.
A reflection across L, so it's going to be this one or this one. And what triangle did I?
2.
I had to start with triangle 2. So I flipped across L. I flipped triangle 2 across L. That's what that says. I don't know that that was on there. Should have left it. I don't know. I'll look and see in a second.
What was that?
That one was D. I don't think I see that one on there. No. I do see 16, I think. Okay, are we ready for 16? 16, it wants a reflection across the what? X-axis. If you need to draw on your x-axis and think, okay, that's what I'm flipping over. Let me just, how many spaces is this one from the x-axis? 1, 2. So I'm going to go up, 1, 2.
May I have your attention, please? All JV and varsity softball players, when you are on your way to break today, please stop and see Miss Jaley in her classroom. Thank you.
How many spaces is this one? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then how many spaces is this one? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'll just draw my triangle. There we go. And this is A, B, C.
Logan Ryder, please come to the office.
Everybody good with that? Okay. Oh, were you good with that, Lexi?
No.
You're good? Okay. I saw you writing as soon as I swiped my hand across it. Okay, number 17. I think I just got one of these on there, but we're going to do both of them. All right, it says we're going to rotate. When we rotate, we always rotate counterclockwise. So this way, the opposite of a clock. We're going this way. So it wants us to start at letter M. Everybody see that? So I'm going to make a little mark at M. And it wants us to go how many degrees around? 240. Look, it's great. It tells us how much each angle is. It says that each angle is how many degrees? 30. Does everybody see that? So I'm going to count to 240. So I'm going to go over 30. Then what is the next one? 60, 90, 120, plus 30 is 150, 180, 210, 240. Okay, so where did I end up at? R. There's my answer, R. How are we with that? Or if you wanted to, you could do 240 divided by 30, and it's going to give you what number? 8. And you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's another way to do it. Just count 8. Then it says OQ. This is the next one, number 18. OQ, if that's confusing, OQ is this line. Instead of it, if this was like a Ferris wheel, instead of it being the little bucket that you sit in or whatever, it's the bar. Okay, so you're just following the bar. It's the same exact thing. They just, instead of it being that point, it's a line. Okay, how many degrees do I rotate this one? I'm going to count to 120. So again, it's 30, 60, 90, 120.
OL.
So that is OL. So they just named it different. That answer C. So I hope those aren't bad. One of those is on there, I think. Again, I'll go over that in a second. Okay, number 19. I'll try to remember to put a graph on there. Yeah. Okay, this one, here's my graph. Let me put my points. So it says graph WXYZ. So half your points, y'all, say that you don't know how to rotate it. Half of the points on this problem is just plotting points. That's 8th grade math. Plot some ordered pairs. So you would go over 3 and down 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What letter is that one? W. Okay. This one is over 1 and down 3. And that letter is X. This one is left 1 and down 5. That letter is Y. And over 1, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that letter is Z. And then I'll draw, it's a quadrilateral, little 4-sided figure there. Okay, X, Y, Z. W, X, Y, Z, sorry. Half my points, easy enough? Now, we're gonna take this and we're gonna rotate it around the origin, that's what that's saying, 90 degrees, yes.
When you rotate 90 degrees, don't you swap the numbers and then make the, like, if it's a negative, make the first letter a positive?
Yeah, so you're gonna take these ordered pairs, switch them, and then make the first number the opposite. Yes,
Can't you use your formula?
change your formula.
Or use your formula?
Yeah, what does it say? It's gonna say X, Y.
X, Y equals negative Y.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he says. You're gonna switch them and then make this number the opposite of what it was. Okay, this again is what would be written on your note card. Okay, so if I'm looking at 3, -5, what do I do with them? I switch them, but the 5 becomes positive. So it's 5, 3. That's my new W. Everybody good with that? Actually, I'm gonna write this in green. My new W is 5, 3. Okay, let's look at our new X. I'm gonna switch them, but the 3 becomes what? 3, 1. It becomes positive. Okay, let's look at my Y. Let me write that down. I switch them, but the 5 becomes
5,
positive.
-1.
Yeah, the -1 is gonna stay.
So it becomes 7, 1.
And then this one, my Z, it becomes 7, 1. And then I'm gonna graph them. And y'all, what should have happened is, if it's rotated 90 degrees, it should be here. Each of these should be 90,
So
180, 270, all the way back around.
I only use this one, this thing whenever it's rotated by 90.
Yes, this is a 90 degree. So if it asks for 180, guess what it's gonna do? It's gonna be a different rule. You're gonna follow your note card on that one. Okay? Now let me graph them. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Over 3, up 1. Oh, I'll put W, X. Over 5, down 1. And Z, over 7, up 1. Okay, and there it did. It rotated this way. Okay, everybody good with that? And you've got to plot those. I think it says, yeah, graph it and state the coordinates. So the purple one is part A. Both of these, the green picture and the green ordered pair, is part B. So make sure you have all that. Okay. Can I erase? Yes, we're good. All right, let's keep moving. How am I on time? I think we're doing okay on time. Number 20, it says, okay, take D and flip it, reflect it across L. This one always goes first on the inside. Then reflect it across M. Okay, so if I reflect it across L, it would look like that, wouldn't it? That's awful. Then if I reflect it across M, it's going to look like
Just regular D.
that. There's your answer.
Yippee.
Okay? So 2 little reflections. Okay, next one. Still moving along. All right, this one, it says, find the image from the black triangle. Okay, so we start with the black triangle and it wants us to do both of these. Which one do you do first?
One that's even, like the one that's like measured even?
The one that's on this side. The one that's on this side, it's weird. But we're going to start here. So we're going to take our black triangle and we're going to translate it and then we will reflect it. Okay? So y'all, the best thing to do is just,
On the glass reflection images ones, you start with boom, right?
Yeah, because this is called a composition, like that little O that it's of, that's composition. So like on this one right here that I just did, which one did I start with? This one on the right. Okay, so on this one, same thing. Look, I'm just going to start with answer choice C. I have no idea if it's C or not. I'm just going to start with it. And I'm going to take that black triangle, because look, the black triangle is the same thing in all these. And I'm going to draw on that one. Okay, it says, don't move it left or right any, but move it where? Down 7. So I'm going to let's take the top of it and move that down 2, 4, 6, 7. Is everybody good with that? All right, because you got to count by twos. And then this one, 2, 4, 6, 7. That's the bottom. Then this one's going to move here. Okay, there is my translation down 7. Is everybody good with that? Now, does it look like it has been reflected over x equals 1? Where is the line x equals 1?
We move that y-axis over 1.
Right here. That's the line x equals 1 because we're counting by twos. So does it look like it's evenly flipped over that green line? No. If it was, it would be right here. Okay? So can you see which picture matches that?
D.
What did y'all say? D? D. Everybody understand why it's D? This one would move down, but it's not flipped. It's not moved down far enough. Anyway, you can kind of see. So just start with a graph. Pick one of them. Regraph it and see what answer you get. Okay? I mean, it almost looks like C, but this one, the space right here is way more than the space right here, isn't it? So it's not evenly reflected. So that's why it's not answer choice C. Okay? It's drawing pictures. Okay? Number 22. I don't think I did any like this. It says, an engineer is trying to find 2 congruent containers to use for a project. Are these 2 cylinders going to work for the project? Are these congruent? No, they are not. Why?
They're similar, but they're not congruent.
Very good. They are similar. They are not congruent. Congruent would be the exact same. Those are not the same. Okay? That would be like saying I can take a tractor tire and put it on my car just because they're a tire. Okay? Would not work. So those are not congruent. Are we good with this? Okay. Hopefully that one's on there. I honestly have no, I'm going to go through that in a minute.
So that means they wouldn't work?
Yeah, so no, it wouldn't work because congruent means same shape, same size. Okay, number 23. This one says, same thing. Which ones of these are congruent? Are A and C congruent? No. Are B and D congruent?
Yes.
Yes. Are E and F congruent?
No.
Yes.
Or yes.
I think so. So I think it's B, D, E, F. So that is C. Yeah. We're getting there. All right, next one. Now we're starting our scale factors. Okay? Or dilation. So it says the dashed line figure is a dilation image, is the image of EFGH. So that means I start at the black figure. Is everybody okay with that? The solid one? Because your image is your new thing. Your new thing is the image. So is this dotted figure enlargement or reduction? Yeah, it got large, right? It got bigger. So that is going to narrow your choices down to either B or C already. Is everybody good with that? You just have to know we're going to the dotted line. So from here to here is an enlargement. Then it says, what is the scale factor? So let's see, like, what is the length of, let's just do this side right here, the top. What's the length of this? We're counting by twos, so it's what? 2. Okay, let's see what this one is. 2, 4, 6. What did I have to multiply by? 3. So what is it? What's your answer?
1/3.
No.
3.
3. It's 3. It's B. Your answer is B.
There was a lot of this on the EOC, and I don't remember it.
Well, I don't think we had really learned dilation yet. That was what it doesn't matter. If I'd picked this side, this one is also 2, and this one is 2, 4, 6. So it doesn't matter. I just look at whichever one looks easiest to tell, and that's the one that I go with. Okay. Does everybody understand why it's 3? Okay, because we went from 2 to 6. What did you multiply by? That's what you're asking yourself. What did I multiply by? Okay, this one, the same thing. Your dashed line is your new image, okay? So is this enlargement or reduction? Did we go from the black to the dotted?
Reduction.
Did it get bigger or smaller?
It's a reduction.
It's a reduction. It was reduced in size. Okay, does everybody understand that? All right. Enlargement means larger. Reduction means it was reduced. So this one is a reduction. So we've already narrowed it down, well, to 3 choices. So now we count again. Do y'all want to count?
The dotted line goes over 6.
Which one? You're doing this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you did 2, 4, 6.
And the biggest
Okay.
goes over 12.
This one is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So if I go from 12 to 6, I've taken half of it. Does everybody understand that?
So if it'll be enlargement, it'll be like a normal number, but then
Yes.
if it's reduction, it'll be like
Then
a fraction.
it'll be a fraction. If it's reduced, you've taken a fraction of it.
So the one in the bold is like the regular image? And
Yes, and the dotted line is your new image.
What
Yeah.
did you get for our answer?
Huh? This one is 1/2. D. 25 is D. I keep making sure on these. Okay. 26. Let me see where I'm at. Oh, I did pick some of these easier ones. I think this one's on there. Only a few left. Okay. 26. A blueprint for a house has a scale factor of n equals 5. That means you are multiplying by what? 5. Okay, so if the wall is 2 inches, what's the length of the actual wall?
10 inches.
10, but it's really not inches. What would it be? Feet. Because on the little, like on your little grid, those squares might represent an inch or whatever, but you're not, are you going to measure your house in inches? No, you would measure by feet. So it's 10 feet. Does that make sense, everybody? Yeah.
Oh, okay. What is the length of the actual wall? I got
Yeah,
it.
the actual wall. That's going to be 10 feet. 26 is B. Okay. Then, let's see, 27. A microscope shows you an image of an object that's 180 times the object size. This is like the one we did with the magnifying glass. Didn't we do a magnifying glass problem? Barely. I think we like kind of talked about one. With the apple seed. No, yeah, okay, or pear seed or something. Okay, so the scale factor of the enlargement is 180. The insect has a body length of 2 millimeters. What is the body length of the insect under the microscope?
You do 180.
Times 2, which is
360.
360. So 360 millimeters. All right, number 28. Can I keep going, y'all? Yep. All right. 28 says the dashed triangle is a dilation. Describe the dilation in function notation. Okay, I don't know if we did any like this on your worksheet. I can't remember. So how do we write the dilation? First of all, what letter do we use? D. Okay. And I'm taking a dilation of what triangle?
Triangle ABC.
I don't know if they put the triangle signs. They probably just put ABC. Now, there's a number that goes here. it's either a fraction if it's getting smaller, or what, just like a number like 2 if it was multiplied by 2. Does everybody understand that? I had to decide, first of all, is it enlargement or reduction?
Or no reduction?
Reduction. Let's go. We're going to the dotted line. So let's count and see. This one is 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Did y'all count 9? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I count 9. Look and make sure on yours. This one is 2, 4, 6, 8, but that only goes up halfway. 9. Okay. Now let's see. This one is 2, 3. How much was it reduced by? No, not a half, because half of 9 would be 4.5. A third, 1/3. It went from 9 to 3. Put 3 over 9. What is 3 over 9 reduced to?
1/3.
1/3. That's why it's 1/3. This is what your dilation description would be. All right, a dilation of 1/3 of that triangle. Okay. And if you're confused, if this was 2 and this was 4, you'd put 2 over 4. That's 1/2. Okay.
Do we put reduction or dilate? Or
You put D. You'll put dilation. You don't even have to put reduced. Does it ask for that?
no, it just.
No. This is all at once right here. I just was trying to tell you, if it got smaller, then you're going to put you're going to be dealing with a fraction. Okay. Keep going. 2 more. Yay. Okay. These, I think we have 2 things. No. Oh, this one. The next one we have 2 things. This one, it wants us to dilate by a factor of 2. Here's the directions. Can y'all read that? That says D2. You have to know what that means. That means dilate it by a factor of 2. That means multiply those numbers by 2. What numbers? Your ordered pairs. So best thing you can do is count your ordered pairs. Over 2 and up 3. I'm going to multiply those in just a second. Over -1 and up 4. Over -3 and up 1. Over 4 and down 3. Is everybody okay with those ordered pairs? How did I get that? Remember, we're counting by 2s. Or just think to yourself, count the spaces. We're going to count the spaces.
So you multiply
1, 2,
D.
3, 4. Huh?
So
Now, multiply
D by 2.
everything by 2. Every single number by 2.
Everything?
Uh-huh.
I
It's
thought you
gonna,
just do D.
no, the whole figure has to be dilated. Every single number by 2 that you see up there. So what's C gonna be? C prime is gonna be 4, 6. I'm actually gonna do these in green. C prime is gonna be 4, 6. Does everybody understand that? Over 4 up 6. That looks like it's growing by factor 2. Okay, what's my next one gonna be? Multiply this one. Let's do point B. B prime is 8, -6. Over 8 down to 4, 6. Okay. Let's do A. That would be -6, comma 2. 2, 4, 6, up 2. That's my A prime. And then my last one is going to be -2, comma 8. Oh, I'm kind of in the way. That's right here. That's B prime. And here it is. Doesn't it look 2 times bigger? I'm pretty sure that line is supposed to be straight under there. I don't know. Maybe not, but there you go. That's number 29. And we've only got 1 more left. We're going to finish just in time, y'all. Amazing. They just put the ordered pair. They didn't do the 8, -7. They didn't draw it. Okay. Last one. Number 30. Can I keep going? Finish strong. It says, what composition of rigid motion and dilation maps this? So that means I need to, first of all, translate it, and then I'm going to dilate it. Okay? So let me try and get that. Where do we think we've moved it to, first of all? That would be the easier one.
4, -1.
Yeah, let's try to match up the corner. okay? Let's just match up that bottom corner. So to move this bottom corner to here, and y'all, this is crazy. Now I'm counting by ones. So please watch it. I can't control that on that test program. If I could go in and manually tell it, I could try, but I don't know that I can. So go over 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 1. So we're looking for a translation
So
over
cross out
4
top two.
and down 1. Yeah, we can already cross out these two. Is everybody good with that?
Now you just count your vertices on both
Well,
triangles.
okay, or look, are we going by a third or are we going times 3?
Times 3.
There you go. We didn't even have to multiply anything. You could just tell. A third means it would get smaller. The 3 means it got 3 times bigger. So you can be done with that one. I will try to go in the test program now and see if I can make them count by ones. If not, I don't think I can, but I will.
Yeah, you can try.
Wait, what was the answer on that one?
B.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, I didn't tell y'all what ones were on there. Did y'all want me to real quick?
Yes.
Okay, because we've got 4 minutes left, I think. So there's one like number 1. One like number, hold on. Where's this one? Number 4. So we're looking at 1, looking at 4. Number 5, number 6, number 7. I liked those. Okay. Number 8 and 9. Number 10 and 11. A lot of these. And number 13. Hey, y'all wait. I'm still having class. What are y'all doing? Number 14. Oh, I lied. Wait. Where am I? Nope, I'm just kidding. I didn't lie. Number 16. I thought I skipped 15. Okay. Number
But there's only 15.
17 and 18 and 19. And I put a graph on there for y'all. A good graph on 19. And 20 and 21, 22. Hold on, I'm going to keep going. Are y'all ready for me to keep going? 23 and 24, 25, 26, not that one. 28, 29, and 30. So that's 25 questions. It seems like a lot more than that, didn't it? But it's 25. I guess I took off 5. But I kept some of the super easy ones, huh? What I'll do is, what day are y'all in here, Monday or Tuesday? Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm going to print them for Monday. While y'all are EOC testing or whatever, I'll have one group do it. And then Tuesday, when y'all are in here, that's what y'all can work on. Is the second one. Which I may print it. Well, I don't know if I'll have time to print it today. I'll probably print it Monday. Test isn't until Wednesday.
Bye, Miss Amanda.
Bye.